We'll conclude with a quick run-through of an operation called traversal. Traversal simply means how one moves through the data structure to access the individual elements contained and get to the data items therein. In a 1D array, one simply traverses it using a single for loop, starting at the first element of the array and continually looping using a counting iteration, until one has exhausted all the elements in the list. In 2D arrays, this is similar. However, you need to remember that at the outermost structure, we are still dealing with effectively a list. The outermost list contains the inner lists, each list being a row. So the outermost index, or the first index, refers to the row of the table. This requires a for loop of its own. Once we have accessed the particular row or outermost index item we are interested in, only then can we begin processing the list at hand. The nested or inner list making up the row then needs to be iterated over. This is done in the normal way, again using counting iteration and a for loop, starting at the first element and moving through it. The normal way to traverse the list is row by row, then column by column. I refer to this as row major order traversal. Why? Because the outer loop traverses the rows. There are times, however, that you may want to do the opposite. You may want to do column major order traversal. In this case, you'd place the column counter as the outside loop and make the row loop the inside counting loop. Remember, the inner loop is the one that's going to change the most rapidly. This is useful if you wish to sum or do statistics on a particular column or group of columns in a table. To summarize, if you wish to traverse the list one row at a time, going through column by column, put the row loop as your outer loop. This is row major order. If you wish to traverse going down the columns, place the column loop as the outer loop. This is known as column major order, and allow the rows to change more rapidly inside as the nested loop within the column major order loop.
Traversal music. Traversal music. Traversal music. Traversal music. Traversal music. Traversal music.